Hello everybody and welcome back to Celeste. In the last episode we completed the Celestial Resort. In this episode we'll be moving on to Chapter 4, the Golden Ridge, and I'm going to be a bit real with y'all. Climbing tip, low energy in a pinch. Jumping away from walls doesn't consume stamina. Yeah, that is kind of important to remember. I'm going to be real. This is a very long stage. All the stages from here on are going to be rather long, so they might start being split up into two parts. And I'm not talking like long, like, 40 minutes. No, I'm talking like an hour, maybe more. Now, here's one thing I'm wondering. I don't think there's any reason for all of this right down here. I think it's just for funsies, pretty much. So I don't know what's up with that, but let's move on. So, of course, that means there's going to be plenty of more strawberries than normal. Can I make it up this? No, there's nothing up. There's also, like, it's a lot more open-ended, so there's a lot of extra paths where it seems like there should be a strawberry. Boom, there's your first one, and there's not. And you kind of just have to take your guesses as to where they are. Oh, great, you again. Well, I didn't expect to see you up here. I'm glad you're still in one piece. I see you made it through the hotel. Did you meet Mr. Oshiro? Oh, I met him all right. He chased me out of there after I cleaned up a bunch of junk for him. Oh, that sounds like a fun morning. Oshiro is a lost soul, dear. That place is much more than just a hotel to him. Don't make him your project. You know what I think? I think this mountain drove both of you crazy. You know, you're not the first person to say that. Maybe you're right. How would I know if I were crazy? The way I see it, the mountain can't bring out anything that isn't already inside you. But you gotta be a few crows short of a murder to live up here in the first place, right? What are you even talking about? Oh, I'm just rambling like the old bat I am. Are you ready to give up? I know a shortcut back to your car. Back off, lady. I'm heading to the summit. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between stubbornness and determination, isn't it? You remind me of myself when I was young. Good luck, and mind the wind. That's interesting. The fact that she's able to get up here shows us she might be a little bit more than just an old woman. Can I, like, get into this? Not sure if I can. Probably not. Doesn't seem to be anything up there, too. Also, I think that's supposed to be a Canadian flag. In real life, Celeste Mountain is actually in Canada, so that would be why that's there. From this point on, these are going to be levels that I don't rehearse before I actually record them. So, just letting you know that I'm probably going to miss a few strawberries here and there, and actually have to go back through the level to get them. These levels are just way too long to, like, put forward that much effort, as weird as that may sound. But yeah, I'd just rather, like, go through it all at once and then go back for any strawberries I may have missed. That being said, I'll definitely be able to find most of the strawberries in these stages. It's not the hardest thing in the world. But at this point, it does get to, like, we are at the point where getting the strawberries will be legitimately hard. As you can see, I had to do quite a bit there without using my dash. But also one of the most annoying things in the game. This is probably the only, like, gimmick, I guess you could call it, or maybe an obstacle in the game that I don't like, is this wind. I like it when it works to your advantage, but when it's, like, you'll see later, it gets super, like, rough and is basically just there to slow you down. Wow, that was an obstacle and a half. Good number. There'll be a time where it's, like, super strong and just there to slow you down a ton, and I don't really enjoy it when it's that, so we'll see how far that goes. But it just feels annoying, and you'll see pretty much what I mean once we get to it. But this does have one of my favorite blue hearts in the game, so we can look forward to that. In addition, it is extremely beautiful. Actually, I want to say there's probably a strawberry over here. Yeah, that wind does kind of clue you in. You can see these flags occasionally too. They'll be scattered throughout the level, kind of showing you paths that you can go. Also, once you grab that strawberry seed, the wind is going to start Once you grab any of these seeds, the wind's going to start blowing. So you want to start getting them at the right side and work your way over. And you cannot touch the ground after touching them, keep in mind. Oof. So it can be a little difficult to get them. I do like that they're not so overused that you see them all the time. Like, every time you see these strawberry seeds, it's pretty much once you've forgotten about them previously. Also, that didn't pop them. It seems like they might work the same way as the actual strawberries, where if you jump really quickly when you touch the ground, it doesn't actually break the strawberry, and that allows you to get kind of an Easter egg that you can see a little later. And of course, here's the tape. Also, this music's really good. It goes upwards for some reason. Oh, I guess that would be why. So we have a little path here. It lets us see the path forward. I'm not sure if that one was really necessary. Although, then again, I have seen these rooms before, so I might just be a little bit better off. There we go. You just gotta kind of work your way through them one by one. And that'll do it. There's our cassette tape, which is kind of good because I momentarily forgot where it was, so we just happened upon it naturally, which is a good sign. Maybe I won't be missing all of these strawberries then, like I think I will. Because at this point I believe there will be like more than 30 strawberries in each stage. Oh, you see, wind like this, whenever you start seeing that, I like how this one's like timed. Oh, I should probably... Okay, here's a trick. It said jumping away from the wall doesn't consume stamina. If the wind's blowing there and you jump away from the wall, it basically blows you right back onto the wall, so you can kind of just hop up like that. We do need to use the wind here to our advantage to get us back over to grab that strawberry. I mean, we can climb normally the way I was showing y'all before. Alright, so this is a big ol' kind of hub room, temporary hub room. You can see we hit another section of the map, and wow, the scene right here, like I could stand here, it's so pretty. The purple tree, the sunset in the background. Ooh, it's great. So you kind of want to figure out on your own which ways are optional and which ways are required. So we're going to be, of course, taking the optional directions first. Also, I am apparently bad at this. Some of these strawberries might be ones that I've never gotten before, because we're pretty much at the point where like I kind of haven't gotten them all. I don't know what's in that block over there. I'm going to get the strawberry before we actually check, just to make sure, just so I don't lose the strawberry. So then we're gonna touch that. It's another strawberry. I think we can just kind of wait for that to come back. There we go. Even though I was flashing there, it does pretty much give you like a single jump to work with after you start running out of stamina, so I was still able to get out of that scot-free. This is a secret area, I'm pretty sure. Oh boy, another one of these. Okay. It's almost like... Oh, that's foreboding. It's almost like telling you, like, oh, you have a hard room in store for you, so it's not always the most enjoyable thing to see something like that. I think this should just basically take us back. Yep, not too bad. We're still not really in the hardest parts of the game yet, so what you're seeing right now is still pretty casual, but it won't be for long. I think I want to grab onto the back here. Yes. There we go. Looks like it goes a little bit further. I want to say that's probably for another room, so we'll ignore it for now. I'm pretty sure, actually. Also, I love doing the little quick jump, the hyper dash, I think they call it. Yeah, it's probably through here. Actually, if I go through, like... Okay, there isn't a higher path. Okay, just making sure. You never know. Lots of secrets in this game. Some, as we've seen so far, that even I haven't gotten. Oh, yeah, these blocks are another gimmick of this stage. This stage has quite a few gimmicks. The balls, the wind. If these touch the wall, they will explode, so you kind of need to guide them in the direction that they won't crash on. So in this one, you just hold left or right to move it either direction, and the balls just kind of shoot you in each direction, and when they do shoot you, it does refill your stamina. If you were curious, I believe this is how we're going to get this Strawberry over here. Ooh. Okay, I just panicked there for a second. I'm just gonna let that pop. Yeah, there we go. Yet another strawberry. This area here is basically where you'll be getting like half of your strawberries. All of these paths except for one are optional. Wait. Oh, it blocks that path once you get the strawberry from it. Interesting. So that might be a one-time thing only. That light over there shows you that it's the way to move forward, so usually it is showing like secrets, so it can be a little bit misdirectional. That is definitely the way you want to go last if you're going for a 100% run of the game. Alright, these rooms are pretty simple, luckily. I was a little worried, to be honest. There's another strawberry. Alright, and I want to say we've done all the rooms now. They become blocked off. I'm not sure if you try them once or if you complete them, but they're all blocked off now, so there's no reason for us to pursue them any farther. Okay, I'm not sure if that actually squishes you. I wanna see, actually. Yeah, that'll squish you if you're against a wall, so be careful. Luckily, it saves the game whenever you come in through a room, so despite the fact that this room we've been in for a while, it still counts well. Okay, so now we're here. You might be tempted to go up. Do not. There's a secret room here. Now you may be tempted to go backwards. Do not. Another secret room. And for those of you who, well, have played Mario before, this might be a little familiar to you. Hold down for a little bit and you pop right through the back. So you're able to climb on the background here. This is so cool. One of my favorite parts of the game for sure. Otherwise, you wouldn't really be able to reach this heart. So, boom, another crystal heart. And that's why it's one of my favorites, because it is a reference to Super Mario Bros. 3, of course, where on that game, if you see any white blocks, you can just duck behind them. And yet another secret room. We're not done with this yet. So these blocks it'll actually show can go through the spikes, and this is a trick you'll see several times where you have to move blocks out of the way to get them to the end, to get your original block to the end. So like, get this out of the way so it won't break on that. Makes sense, doesn't it? I'm having a little bit more trouble than I should with this room. You also kind of have a slight momentum thing since the blocks are moving, so be careful of that as well. And that'll give us our 80th strawberry, almost to 100. We also almost have half the strawberries in the game. This being chapter 4, of course that makes sense since there are 8 chapters. So you're finally done with that side area. 2 strawberries and a crystal heart. I'd say it's pretty important to keep that one in mind. But otherwise we can just move forward. Nothing too big to worry about anymore, just some strawberries. It's been a while since we've seen the crystals. That looks like that's it for there. Yeah, a lot of these strawberries can be pretty well hidden at this point. Now I want to get on top. You'll notice that these moving platforms have a little like pad kind of thing where they want you to stand on them to move them. That was a bit of a long room for a strawberry. And as you can see, we have once again entered a new section. So this is where it gets a little bit overzealous with all the wind. We pretty much constantly have to be working against it here. Also, how exactly do I get the strawberry without dying? My first thought would probably be like this thing. Maybe if I went it sideways in it. This might be one of the strawberries I haven't gotten before just because I haven't bothered since it looked too complicated to get. Okay, looks like that was right. And there we go. So now we don't have to worry about that strawberry, even if we do die in this room. But yeah, like the wind, I just don't like it because it just feels like it's inhibiting your progress. It's not a good feeling gimmick, where gimmicks should always feel like cool when you pull them off, but this is really like just slowing you down and making you feel like, well, like I felt right there. I should have gotten it because I was moving so slow, but didn't. I want to say there's probably something back there. I don't think so. I'm going to risk it and say nah. Say nah, my man. Alright, come right up here. There. Doesn't look like there's anything hidden anywhere. It's just one of these sections where it's like, I feel like there could be secrets everywhere just because it's so open-ended. Hopefully not, because this is, I guess, a bad level to start not getting anything. I just realized, how am I going to do this? I feel like it wants you to have your dash at that point. How could I still have my dash? I can't just skip that. Okay, good to know. Yeah, this is the point where we start having a few more troubles. Like I can't just... Yeah. That's interesting. A lot more opportunities would be available to us without all this wind. I feel like oh, you know what? It's obvious, duh. Like I said before, these orbs will refill your dash, so you wanna use that orb to grab back on and keep your dash. So that's what we'll do. A lot of the actual difficulty in this game doesn't come from it being difficult platforming, more so that each room is kind of its own puzzle of sorts. And once you figure out the puzzles, you can get through the game a bit easier than you would before. Not a lot of it is actual difficult platforming until the end. So just a heads up. I think we will be able to jump on top of this. I kind of like these areas where it's just a bunch of those moving platforms real quick. Which way? Okay, up seems to be the way forward, so we're going to go sideways. Yep, just a strawberry. Okay, let me think about this. I think the wind's blowing so hard that we're actually meant to jump straight to the strawberry. Like, look at this. It's fun when you're working with the wind, but when it's not on your side, not the funnest thing. There we go, one try. It could just take forever to walk through a room, and it does not feel good. It is, I will say, the only mechanic in the game I really don't like. How could I do this easier? I think I can just use my dash here and get on the outside of that to jump up. Sounds about right. There we go. Probably, there's a couple of ways to solve that, I'm sure, but that's just the way we chose. The game does like to have open-endedness in the way it does things. I feel like... No? Okay. That's surprising, honestly. Okay. Anything up, maybe? Nope. Okay, just gotta make sure. And I'm sorry, I'm paranoid. I feel like all of these could be a potential secret just because they're tiny little things. Alright, we want to touch this before it gets to it to knock it down. Grab this key. And there we go. Like, it's weird that there wouldn't be a secret in that room. I feel like I might have missed something. Okay, I'm gonna hold against this wall just in case. Just until the... Yeah, that stops blowing. I like the timed sections like this. It makes it, you know, it's interesting where it, like, forces you to have a timing to your jumps and everything. Otherwise, I just don't like having to constantly work against it. That one, you have to time your jump with the wind. It's also just kind of a mechanic that's a little difficult to wrap your head around. Okay, I remember this strawberry being terrible, because there's probably several ways to do it, but and just when you pull out of a jump and you think you can get back but you actually can't, not the best feeling. Okay, that should be how you do it. Is there really nothing over there? I think there actually is nothing. Oh, okay, luckily we had that wind there. Oh, that's loud. Okay, so another section of this area. Looks like this is to get you up there. You can kind of see like the cracks and everything that's a secret. So it's not too terrible with that, but it still can be a little confusing. As you can see, this is a room and a half. Oh my goodness. Okay, so move on that, hit that. I think you'd probably be best off just trying to grab the left side of it. Well, not even. You'd be fine on the front. That's weird. Okay, dash, jump off into that. Move that up there. Oh, that moves upward. Oh, these move upwards. That's right. Okay, the arrows show you which way they move. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, not the case. Not what it wanted you to do. I think it wants us to grab the other side and then jump. Okay, jump off before it breaks, and that ought to be a little better. Speaking of breaking, how about my voice? There we go. Pull this over here so we can jump onto, or jump into. That's fine too. Whoops. That's a restart right there. Hold on real quick. Does it want me to get on the back of the front? Looks like it wants the front. Okay, just so I know. Oh my goodness, I did it again. It's just not natural to want to jump onto the other side. A lot of this game comes down to like instinct at a certain point. Like you see a block with these walls on it, you grab on it on one of the walls, like first thing you do. It does get a little weird with that, I guess. Okay, pull it over here, then pull it to the right so I can grab onto the right side of this. Jump off. And then drop and boom. There we go. That is a process, good lord. And this music doesn't kind of make the situation better. Like, look at this, we're hardly moving. You basically have to dash if you want to make forward momentum at this point. It is very annoying. It's about as annoying as it looks. Like I said, it's one of the only points I don't like this game. Oh, I accidentally used my dash, but it doesn't look like it matters. Wait. I got a strawberry, right? Or no, that was just a key. Okay, never mind. I'm wrong. Oh, and the snowballs. I don't know what these snowballs, like what sense they make in this level. Like, there's no snow. This is like one of the very few levels with very little snow in it yet. Oh, I guess you know what? Never mind. The terrain's starting to get slightly snowy. So you know what? It's showing us we're transitioning into a higher part of the mountain. Also, once again, these snowballs kind of work similar to Mr. Oshiro when he was chasing us. If you jump on top of them, you can actually recharge your jump. I think. Oh my goodness. It also does one of the things that's like a no-no in gaming. This stage is messing with your controls, like the fundamental things with your controls. It's kind of why a lot of people don't like ice physics, where it basically messes with your controls, and that's the challenge. That's kind of, oh my goodness. the snowball just gets you at the end. It just messes with your controls, not actually providing a challenge of the controls you've learned up to this point. Okay. So a lot of people argue that it's unfair. I guess I can see that it wouldn't be, because it still plays off your knowledge of the controls. It's just like they throw a wrench into the controls. Although I do not like that the snowball sniped me at the very end there, and this is a room that you cannot move forward without dashing. Not a huge fan. It just doesn't feel good. When it's so surprising when the rest of this game is like literally designed around feeling good when you get like a puzzle or something done, but this is just like a struggle. And from what I've seen of like streams of people playing the game, they all like share the same sentiment, so at least I'm not crazy, I suppose. Oh, there's a very obvious secret right there. Also, I like the purple trees. Free strawberry. Didn't even have to do anything with it. Okay, was not holding RT. I should mention that as long as you're against a wall, it doesn't matter what direction you hold, you will grab the wall. That should have been an easy section, to be honest. You can also press the dash button to make the... You know what, never mind. Maybe you do have to press left, even though it's blowing you. I guess I just figured you didn't have to, or maybe I just didn't notice myself doing it. But yeah, you can press the dash button to make the balls automatically shoot. So, unless you're in a hurry, I don't recommend it, because it can just get confusing with how many times you're pressing dash and you don't actually do a dash, I guess. Even though it's like the same as a dash. I don't know. Alright. Now we actually get to work with the wind. Now this feels cool. This is what I like. Alright, I think it's, yeah, it's gonna, oh! Once again with the not holding the wall. Now it's going to start blowing against us. Or maybe that was with us. No, that's definitely with us. Okay. Oh, I just, what do I want to do there? I think I want to dash upwards into that ball there. That was almost death. Yeah, just go like straight left. There we go. Quickly climb up, and you're safe. And I think that's the end. That's the end. All right. Madeline, wait up. Okay. Nailed it. Theo, are you alright? Oof, yeah. Just give me a sec. A gondola. I've always wanted to ride one of these. It looks pretty old, but maybe it still works. I don't see any other way to cross this chasm. Let's do it. This lever looks important. Makes you wonder how Theo ended up getting up this. Easy every time. Oh my god, I freaked out when I read that line. Y'all know I say easy every time a lot. I was probably a gondola operator in a past life. Do you think this thing is safe? I'm sure it's fine. How'd it shake out with Oshiro? You were right. I shouldn't have tried to help him. I hate to say I told you so, but... Yeah. I should have listened to you. You didn't get hurt. That's what matters. The air is so thin up here. I can barely breathe. Okay, if we don't get a selfie on this thing, we're going to regret it. I can't even see the ground through the mist. How high up are we? Less panicking, more posing. What was that? Huh, looks like we stalled out. This is really bad. Maybe if I... Well, that's not good. No, this really isn't good. Madeline, you cool? Yeah, I just... No, I'm not cool. I can't breathe. You're having a panic attack. Why would you think it's a good idea to ride this stupid thing? Come on, don't take this out on me. Stay with me here. My grandpa taught me a trick for this. Close your eyes. Picture a feather floating in front of you. See it? Okay. Your breathing keeps that feather floating. Just breathe slow and steady in and out. See? Easy every time. Feeling any better? I think so. Thanks for helping me calm down. How did you know we'd start moving again? Oh, I totally thought we were done for. Oh my god. Look at this selfie though. And there you go. I guess I was wrong when I said this is one of the longer levels. It is such a good moment, though. As someone who's had panic attacks before, it's nice seeing it kind of figured out. Not figured out, really. Oh, I missed 2 strawberries? Okay. It's nice seeing it seen and addressed in a game when that's usually something that's pretty much never brought up outside of, well, actual panic attacks. I guess we should go back for these strawberries. So we have 4 sections here. Looks like we missed them both on the old trail. That's surprising. Okay, so we have one at the beginning. I'm not 100% sure where these actually are. So I guess we'll figure this out as we go, though I would be able to see it up here. Okay, well there you go. There's our first one. So we have the wind working with us. Able to grab that without after dashing. And I think that's it. We could just knock ourselves out. I don't think there's anything else out there. I guess it's worth checking. But the other strawberry is at the end of this section, so yeah, I doubt it. Alright, so that's our first strawberry. Seeing how, okay, I want to point this out. On the bottom screen here, you can see all the blue dots. Those are strawberries we've gotten in previous runs. The red dots are ones we gotten in this run, and the dashes are the ones that we have not gotten yet. I guess I'm going to go to the end and see if I can figure out where this strawberry is. And I do want to note that you can't see this little meter on the bottom until you've actually beaten this stage, so I'll be back in a jiff. Alright, so I've figured it out. It should be somewhere around here due to the last strawberry we found being in this room, and that's where this meter down on the bottom comes in real handy. I grabbed one of the other strawberries to see where we were at, counted 2 more strawberries, and basically the next strawberry, well, this strawberry should be in the next few rooms, though I have no idea where. It seems like it would very obviously be, like, up there over somewhere. So, if you're curious... Oh, I see it. Never mind. This is definitely one of the strawberries I've never gotten before. Yeah, there's a secret right there. So, this should be our final strawberry for this stage. Oh, you know what? I have gotten this one before. I just must have forgotten about it. It definitely was one of the last ones I got for this stage, so it makes sense. In fact, I actually remember now that I practiced this a few days ago, and this was one of the strawberries I found after practicing. There we go. That should do it. That actually skips you up past the other strawberries, so you'd have to grab that strawberry, come back down, and then get that one. Anyway, with that, we can return to the map and see that we've gotten all the strawberries here. Only 54 deaths, which, I'm gonna be honest, is not too bad for that stage. So, since that was fairly short, I guess in the next episode we'll be taking on Chapter 5, The Mirror Temple. This is one of my favorite chapters. It's so cool, the music is great. I can't wait. See you all then, and goodbye.